So I am starving. I am so hungry that I felt like the hunger pains was competing with the contractions. Like, it was just a lot.
Having a supernatural childbirth, what does that mean? You know, when we read the book, Jackie Mize believed and obtained for 3 of her 4 pregnancies, I believe, no pain childbirth, giving birth. But she always said in that book that was not the definition of supernatural childbirth. You could believe for that and you can get that, and there are people who did. She said the core of it, the foundation of it, is believing that you can have a healthy mother, a healthy child, not miscarry, carry the child to term, everyone be healthy and strong.
Without complications.
Without complications. And so we believe for the 100% supernatural childbirth. And I say we got maybe 90.
Yeah.
You know, we got 90. So we're going to kind of tell that story of what we got and what we didn't get and we had that faith for. So, you know, we had our confessions. Some of it was built off of that book. Some of it was based on our own things. And there were other things that we had to add to our confessions as we started contending with things.
Not being pregnant before, so you don't always know what to expect. Even though you can read all the books in the world, you can listen to all your mother's advice, your girlfriend's advice that had kids, but until you get pregnant, you really just don't know what to expect, how your body's going to respond to it. And like you said, I didn't have any severe symptoms. I didn't deal with morning sickness, which I'm so thankful because I hate throwing up. It's like, since a kid, I hated throwing up. So I was like, first on the list, do not throw up, no morning sickness. So I did have morning sickness, but I dealt with tiredness, like really extreme fatigue. In the evening, I would get a little queasy, but never did I ever throw up or anything like that.
And that was in the first trimester for a few weeks, and then that went away. And you get your energy back. You know.
Exactly. But one of the major things I dealt with was severe itchiness. There's a name for it that I'm not quite sure what it is, but when all your hormones are just doing all kinds of stuff, sometimes you break out into these rashes and webs, and I did. And I'm talking about this itchiness was so terrible. My skin would literally burn and itch. And I really want to rip my skin off. It was the worst ever. I can remember just being so frustrated and crying sometimes. And it would seem to act at the worst at nighttime. And I would have you scratch my back like for 10 minutes. Maybe that wasn't a good thing to do, but it felt so good. I'd be like, babe, I love you so much. Scratch my back. And I remember sometimes you was lathering me in all kinds of creams and stuff. And I'm just going to bed and just like in creams because I'd be itching so bad. But we believe God.
And we prayed over that. You had you had some issues with sleep.
I had insomnia quite a bit during my pregnancy, which was kind of.
And some things kind of came in phases. Like a period of trimester go away. Maybe some stuff would come back. A lot of stuff would happen and then go away.
The first trimester I had the itchiness, insomnia, and then it went away. And then towards the end of my pregnancy, in the last trimester, excuse me, it kind of came back again. The itchiness and the insomnia.
Right, as we got there towards the end. And it was like, all right, we just I remember praying over it, and then I was like, okay, it's one of those things where the baby just needs to come out. Like, it's just time to have this baby. But you didn't suffer from back pain. You did not have stretch marks.
I did not.
You did not have crazy mood swings.
I did not. I was nice and pleasant.
At most you would cry a little more, but that was stuff that would happen sometimes when you were PMSing on your period. So it was not, you did not transform into some woman I didn't recognize.
I would only cry when like I saw a cute baby or we're watching a mushy movie. And I'd be like, oh my God, it's so cute. But babies made me cry so hard. They're just like, I would see a baby and I'd just be crying.
But that was it. And she didn't turn evil toward me.
I was nice.
Sex life kept up. It really did. We made our adjustments, but it kept up. It did not disappear or anything like that. I don't remember what week we was like, our last week, like, okay, we're done. We're not having sex anymore.
It's been funny. It's been like, every time we had sex, we were like, is this the last time?
I had to get my mind ready.
Is this the last time? I'm like, I'll let you know.
But no, through most of the pregnancy into the third trimester, at maybe the middle towards the end of the third trimester, we stopped having sex. But we had sex, and it was great. So that didn't stop either. So a lot of these things that people were telling us and programming us with fear, we just pushed back against it. We stood in faith. And when something unexpected came up, we would say, okay, add that to the confession. Just it's like whack-a-mole. Okay, we took care of one, another one pops up.
Unexpected to us because we just didn't really know. This is our first baby. But one of the things I will always say in my mouth is that I will be a happy pregnant lady. And I fought for that. And I didn't always feel happy every single day. There were times I was really tired or I didn't feel very well or whatever the case. One of them is constipation.
Oh Lord, yeah.
They don't talk about that. But oh my gosh, maybe that first trimester, I had like a good week or two of this. It was bad, y'all. Like I felt like that was labor. Like it was bad. Like this is just so raw. Pregnancy is supposed to be beautiful and roses and fields or dreams, but your body go through. But again, got through that with prayer and ginger ale.
But then our greatest curveballs came when we went into labor.
Yeah.
We went into labor. We got to the hospital. We have a whole video on it, but just kind of talking about it. When we got there,
because our original plan was to have natural childbirth, without any
assistance.
No medication, no epidural, anything like that. And I can remember it was Monday morning, August 17th. And it was like around 4 a.m. I woke up with contractions. I thought it was gas at first, but they wouldn't go away. So I went to the bathroom and I saw what they call your bloody show. And that means that labor is starting. And I remember coming back into the room and I was like, I think I might be having contractions. It might be the real stuff. And you was like, oh, shoot. And you just like, well, I'm going to go to work. And I was like, wait, hold up. First of all, you're not going to work.
I was planning on going to work for like an hour to fix up some stuff for some clients and they come back.
No.
But I just ended up not going. So I stayed home the whole day. We did some walking. Fast forward to the end of the day, around 10 p.m., I was the one that said, I felt like I had a conviction. We need to go to the hospital.
And I really didn't want to go. It was one of them, again, I'm weird. I didn't want to go because in my mind, I'm saying to myself, I'm not having this baby tonight. Because we was thinking it's going to be later on
that week, Thursday or Friday.
Because I was due the 23rd, and this is the 17th. I'm like, we still have a little time, and I don't want to go to the hospital, especially with the whole COVID-19 thing. I didn't want to have to go, then they turned me away. I didn't want to take a COVID-19 test because they was like, if you're pregnant, they're going to make you take a COVID-19
Yeah, they were
test.
like, okay, you got to take the test. They said that I was going to be able to come to the hospital. As long as I didn't have a fever, I could stay with her, but I would not be allowed to leave the hospital at all during the entire time.
Yeah.
These are all the things that, but we prayed that you wouldn't have to take a test, And so we go, and you were, 3 centimeters dilated?
Yeah, about 3.5 centimeters when we got there. And we checked in about 10:30 p.m. Monday night. And, the contractions were, I don't know if they were intense, but they weren't, like, painful or anything like that at that point. So they did give me a little medicine through IV to kind of just calm the contractions and kind of,
And we had the wrong doctor. Yeah. Our practice, there were multiple doctors. There was one we requested, one we really wanted. When we got there, it wasn't the one we wanted.
Yeah.
And he was talking about, he never even talked to us. We was talking to the nurse, talking about sending us home because he felt like she was not dilated enough. Mm-hmm. But our nurse fought for us to keep us there. And we're so glad she did. And so we were admitted. And they gave me the medicine and everything.
And then I got to 5 centimeters, and then this was like, okay, you're in active labor now, and we can no longer give you this medicine through the IV because whatever the medicine is,
it would have slowed down the labor.
Well, it also could affect JJ.
Yeah.
Like it could affect the baby because it goes through your bloodstream, and so we had to take you off this medicine. And she was like, and if you want an epidural, you need to get it now.
Yeah. And
I was sitting there like, I don't want an epidural because that's not part of our plan. But them contractions started hitting like for real, and I'm sitting here like, how long I gotta be in labor? And I'm like,
Yeah, and see, here's how it works for me. I'm like, we were believing for a painless childbirth.
Yeah.
Once you're in that moment, I'm not going to try to be like, well, babe, you gotta tough it out because we gotta stick to what we can face. No, whatever decision she makes, wherever her faith is, that's what I'm going to back because it's her body that is going through this, and I can't do it for her. So. She was looking to me, and I said, if you want to do this, go ahead and do it.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah, and I knew for myself at that moment that I would be more focused on the pain than actually focused on giving birth.
Yeah.
So we made the decision to get the epidural, but even before then, we just prayed.
Yeah.
We began to pray about the epidural, that we would not have any side effects from it, that the doctor would know what he was doing, or, and it was just like, okay.
Because we had heard horror stories, people like, they keep sticking you with the needle because they keep doing it wrong. People who can't feel anything. It's like, just
back
stuff.
issues,
and
all
we
kinds of stuff.
We didn't want an epidural. But then we shifted our faith, and I said, okay, we're going to get this, but we're not going to have problems. And it was the easiest, smoothest.
The doctor came in, and I was bracing myself for this long, painful needle and stuff. And I'm serious, it was 5 minutes, not even 5 minutes.
The 5 minutes was him setting up.
Yeah.
It was 2 seconds from actually doing it.
The prick, it felt like somebody took a little toothpick and just pricked my back. And I felt nothing at all. And I was like, you're done? That's it? And he was like, yep, I'm done. And I was like, and that's how I feel in the epidural, the coolness of like, this is so good. This is so nice.
So we thank God for that. And then the other thing that God did for us, out of nowhere, in walks the doctor that we wanted to greet us. And when the other doctor we didn't want had went home, and this doctor came in, she was on call now. She was one of the deliver our baby. He was like, thank you, Lord, this is who we wanted. And so then the challenges continue. It's like curveballs, because stuff we didn't expect. Like, as much as you can read or watch videos on childbirth, there's still stuff people leave out. I'm like, no one told me all these different things we had to deal with, you know.
And because what the issue was, like the left side, I believe, my cervix wasn't opening up all the way fast enough, so they kept flipping me over in the bed. They had this little peanut ball. They put me between my legs, so I'm just kind of propped up like this, and they kept flipping me over. And you can imagine, you can't feel your bottom half, so you're just like, people just tossing you like a pancake. And they kept doing it for hours and hours. And mind you, when you have an epidural, when you're in labor, you cannot eat. And my last meal was at 5 p.m. Monday. So I am starving. I am so hungry that I felt like the hunger pains was competing with the contractions. Like, it was just a lot. So they kept flipping me over. My cervix wasn't opening up the way it was supposed to. So that was kind of a challenge for us. So the labor was kind of moving kind of slow. And then I got right at 9 centimeters, and I got stuck. And I wasn't progressing. So the doctor came in, and she was like, well, if you don't progress within the hour, we may have to consider other means of delivering the baby. And immediately I was like, oh, no, we're not doing a C-section. We're not doing nothing else. Like, this baby coming out naturally. So the doctor left the room, the nurse left the room, and I can remember just breaking down and crying and like, this baby is coming out right now. I can't do this anymore. Call my family, call my dad, and we got an agreement, and you began to speak over my body, and immediately I began to dilate. Doctor came back in, so okay, time to push. I was like, yes. Time to get this baby. I was so ready for JJ to come out.
Pushing didn't take that long. No. Was it over an hour or less than an hour?
Maybe like an hour.
Yeah, but it seemed like it was so smooth to me that you were doing a great job.
It didn't even seem like an hour. It really didn't. But
it went by very fast. But he was born pretty much 24 hours after we got admitted.
He was born 10/25, August 18th.
And he came out and he was crying, and I was excited to hear that. And I remember looking at him from a distance while they were like cleaning him up. And they're like, you can come closer. So I came closer, and I've asked them questions like, everything look good? And they're like, yeah, everything's fine. It looks perfect. I took pictures. And I was just so excited. Like, the manifestation of our faith, our healthy child, our supernatural childbirth, all these challenges, but we made it through. You were okay. He was okay. We were alive. Everything was fine. And we just praise God for it. And then we could kind of rest. Well, not too much rest, because there was crying and feeding.
You can't rest. When you're in the hospital, you can't rest.
But that was our supernatural childbirth. So in the next video, we're going to talk a little bit about our postpartum life and some of those challenges and things like that, and how it takes faith once the baby is born.
You live by faith, you eat by faith, you dress by faith, you do everything by faith.
24/7 faith. So come out for the next video, subscribe, hit the notification bell so that you don't miss it. Love you guys. See you next time.